So to create this card, we're going to start with a piece of very vanilla cardstock. And I've already cut that in half. It began as a 5.5 by 8.5 sheet when I cut it down. And then I scored it at 4.25 mark. And so there we have our card base. I'm next going to take a piece of Bumblebee. And Bumblebee is one of our 2021 to 23 in colors. I think that's right. Yes, they started this year and will go out in 2 years. And it's a beautiful, rich, very fallish kind of color. But I'm just gonna get a little piece of scrap here because I'm going to be creating a background. And for this background, I'm going to use the oak leaf piece. I'll just get a small block here. Hi, Sheila. Glad you could pop on. So this is a quick and easy way to create a background. You just stamp all over it and try to alter the way that your leaves go. And this one didn't stamp all that well, so I'll stamp over it again. And I don't have to pay attention too much to the middle because it will be covered up. Oh, I got a little spot here, so I gotta go do something there. I'm just gonna pop my leaves on, and just in case some of these show around here, we'll put that on. There we go. So we've just got a nice little tone-on-tone background going on. Hi, Deb. And we just need to mount that now to our card base. I have some exciting news to share a little bit later about a new feature that I've been working on. Actually, I worked on it until 3 a.m. last night, so I was a little tired today. Did take a little bit of a nap this afternoon. Needed to. Was crashing and burning. So there we have our basic piece right there. Now we need our focal image. So we're going to get out our squirrels. I'm going to start actually with the tree limb itself. Anne, are you telling me that the squirrels ate all the Christmas lights off your house? That's awful. I'm pretty sure that you're not a big fan of squirrels then, huh? Sorry to hear that. That does sound not so great. So there we have a little tree limb just hanging out at the bottom. And then we're going to put the squirrel right on top of it. Let me just clean my stamp set so I don't have too many dirty stamps on my table. Waiting for an opportune time to create a disaster. We'll take the outline of the squirrel that's standing on all fours, not the one holding the acorn. And I'm going to just position him so that his feet are on the branches. And again, I don't have a really great view, but oh look, I mostly got him there. The angle is, this is one where it really is easy to put the squirrel onto the branch, but you have to be looking over it. And so, hard to do that without getting my head in the way. So there's my squirrel anyway. And now I need to color him in, or her in. So I will take the fill stamp, and get out my crumb cake. Now, you could actually just second generation stamp with early espresso. So ink it up, stamp it off, and then stamp over this guy. But I'm going to use crumb cake. It's a party. Joyce is in the house. All right. I'm going to try my best to get over this as much as I can without getting my head in it. That's pretty good. Not bad. It was better on my first one because I could be more particular about it. See, my first one came out perfectly because I was able to get over it. So here we have the squirrel. Now we need to add some leaves, just a few leaves, and a sentiment. So we're going to take our bumblebee and we'll stamp just a couple more. And I cleaned that stamp, and I knew there was a reason why I wasn't cleaning it. We just need to add a couple of leaves. Maybe I'll add a leaf that's hanging off the tree. And I want not just one color of leaf, but I want two. So I took that off again, which I'm using it again. I'm going to ink it up in Cajun Craze this time. And just stamp a couple of Cajun Craze leaves. There we go. Now I'm done with that. I can put that away. And then I need the detail or the veins for these leaves as well. How is everybody tonight? Are you all doing anything? Is anybody doing anything special for the Labor Day weekend? Chime in the comments section. Love to hear what's going on in your world. Peter and I are probably going to go apple cider donut picking, if you know what I mean, because that's the best part about going apple picking, is getting the apple cider donuts. Ooh, I grabbed an edge there. So I know what I'll do there, though, to cover that up. No worries about that. And then I just need my sentiment. And I'm going to take, you know what, this one's going to be a hey there one. Just a hey there sentiment. Yes, Anne is packing. For those of you who didn't know, Anne bought a house. I just read that her house inspection went well. So that's fantastic. She'll be moving at the end of the month, which is very exciting. A lot of work, but very exciting. So there we have that. And now we're going to mount that on a piece of early espresso. Oh, Sheila had a pizza party. Yum. Did you have it outside by the fire? And Deb had to clean her craft room because she's got guests coming Monday and she needs the futon for an extra bed. Yeah, don't you hate it when your craft room doubles as something else? All right. I'm in the beginning stages of remaking my craft room, because at some point I'll probably need this as a downstairs bedroom, and so I need to just, you know, get the yucky carpet up and take off some of the, you know, DIY shelves and counter space and replace it with desks, things that are very movable. And that's exactly what I'm telling my husband is, you know, this is forward thinking for the future. I really just want a new craft room. All right. So now we're going to take some of these brushed metallic adhesive backed dots and we're going to put them over here. Now this little edge that I caught, it's actually fine. You know, it's not a necessarily an ugly thing that's happening there. So I don't know that I really need to remove it. But I could obviously just, you know, I could cover it up with some dots here. Take a couple of, and let's see, let's go with another large one. We'll put that one down here, over here, like that. And so there is our card front right there. And of course we need to decorate the inside because that's a happy little place too, or should be. So I'm going to put this one back in here. And I'm going to get out the Hope You're Feeling Bright-Eyed and Bushy-Tailed sentiment. That works great for a birthday too. It really does. Especially for those of us getting older. Feeling bright-eyed and bushy-tailed isn't always the way we're feeling to begin with. So there we have that little sentiment, and let's stamp another little guy on the inside. We will get the one holding the acorn this time. I'm going to put her or him right there. Again, we need to color this little baby, so we will find the coordinating stamp, fill stamp, and get our crumb cake back out. This one's a little bit easier, I think, to come over the top with. There we go. Look at that. Look at how perfect that one was. It was a little bit closer to me, so I was able to get closer to it. And we'll get the little acorn top out, and I'm going to put that in early espresso. Nope, I stamped that in crumb cake, didn't I? I need early espresso for that. I wondered why it wasn't showing up on my stamp. All right. So there's the little acorn top. That also looks good in soft suede, by the way. Now, I actually made this acorn, when I did it before, a little bit different. Now, in this acorn, I don't know, I'm going to bring it close to see if you can see this little piece right down here, that's actually the squirrel's hand. So you need to orient that. Right here. Oops, I stamped it a little too high. Close enough. But I didn't like the acorn staying that color, so I actually took my bumblebee and I stamped over it. And it just warms up the color enough so it's sort of, if I hadn't stamped twice in crumb cake, you would see how close it is to maybe like a cinnamon cider. You could stamp it with cinnamon cider or, you know, some other color. But it just warms it up enough, differentiates it so it's not the same color as this little guy's fur. So that is a fairly quick and easy card thanks to the two-step stamping set that we used tonight, Nuts About Squirrels.